Hi, I'm Lauren Teresa. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm a former trauma therapist, burnt out, single mom. I got divorced a little while back. I do have a partner. I do not believe I'll probably get married again. That's a story for another day. However, today I wanted to talk about the top three things I won't be consuming. Maybe it's me almost being 43 and having wasted thousands on things that ended up being given away or in the garbage, toys, clothes, decor, furniture, food, especially from Costco. I once Googled, is going to Costco actually saving me money? And yes and no. If you shop only for bulk items that are non-perishable, then you can save money. But if you're buying anything not on your list, that's where they get you. Going into Costco is a battle. I go in with a budget of $150 and almost always go over. Now I'm very, very conscious when I go into any store, but Costco especially. So the first thing I am not consuming any longer, and this does have a little variance to it because of need, is new clothing. Now, this one is always on people's lists for decluttering, minimalism, frugality videos. But I am a former shopaholic. I love clothing. When I was a baby, I didn't love clothing. So how did I begin to love clothing? Well, your girl was subscribed to all the magazines. My mother paid for Teen, Vogue, Cosmopolitan, Glamour. We had the Delia's catalog, LL Bean. It all came to us. And the buzzer was right on time. I was constantly looking at models, thinking if I could look and feel like that, I would be enough. I apologize for the automatic zoom. I have this new 4K camera or YouTube, and it is turning into the circus. So anyway, I'll try to stay in frame and not making it crazy. You're making me crazy. Stop. Stop embarrassing me in front of the people. Okay, so new clothing I was marketed to when I was a kid. I did not care. My mother put on garage sale thrift store clothing that she could find and hand-me-downs from my cousins, and I literally never thought of my clothes one time. And I think right around fourth, fifth, sixth grade, when it became apparent my clothing was not cool, as per other students telling me, I started to feel like if I could look like these people in the magazines, then I would be okay. Now, I don't fault my family because both my parents worked really hard. My mother was in law school. My dad had two 8-hour jobs as a restaurant and bar manager. He had two 40-hour-a-week jobs. And they just didn't have the time nor the bandwidth to sit me down and talk about self-worth and confidence. We didn't have the type of relationship where we were talking about this stuff. I'm passionate on YouTube and other platforms about minimalism, frugality, self-love, and discovering who you really are because I experienced trauma and heartbreak as a child and had no outlet for it. No one was talking about this with me. Negative experiences clarify who we are and what we want. So I don't look at negative experiences as necessarily bad as long as I'm using it as a learning opportunity. New clothing, fashion, merchandise. I will not be buying that. I do still love a new outfit. So that one is going to be tough for me in this low buy slash no buy year that I'm going to be doing for 2026. I just think that self-care as marketing has become so huge, the like treat yourself movement, and it's so temporary. It does not fulfill me in any way. In fact, when I'm anxious and I want to buy things today, I wanted to buy one of those electric fireplaces. I didn't buy it. It was like $60 on Amazon. So cute. It's cold in Hawaii for 2 months in the mornings. I was like, oh my God, a little cozy electric fireplace would be so sweet. Here. I'm not buying it. Some flannels in my cart are now saved for later. I will not be buying them. I have too much stuff. I feel overwhelmed and anxious about a messy house. Being tidy and organized and being clean are distinct topics. On YouTube, I see how to clean videos or people who are really clean and how they stay clean. And then I see tidy and organizing videos, but they certainly go hand in hand. The reason I will not be buying decor, furniture, large items, or even art over the next year is because if I can't clean what I have until I have all of the systems in place and there's less anxiety about lack of cleanliness in my home, then I can consider it. I want to downsize. I live in a 3-2. I have 2 little girls and a partner. Um, my girls end up sleeping in the same bed. The other bedroom is a playroom. We don't need it. I don't like to film downstairs. I also don't like upstairs, downstairs. It feels totally disconnected. I like a space for everyone. I'm looking to get a 2-1 or a 2-2 for my next rental or possibly buying a house. I don't know if that's the right choice, so I'm going to take my time with it. I really want to buy a house, and it seems like a poor choice financially. So I digress. Reason number 3, or the third thing that I will no longer be consuming, is hours and hours of scrolling on my phone. I am a TikTok addict. But I love short form content, especially at night. That's when all the really funny stuff comes out. So I'm allowing myself an hour. I don't think it's completely useless. I know my brain is addicted to it. I do have trouble reading a book. Part of the reason I'm making this channel is to document that I'm not perfect. I am not. I've been minimalist, like ascetic minimalist, like almost nothing, to minimal-ish, to cozy cottage chic, and just saying F it and throwing it all out the window and buying all kinds of crap. I have gone back and forth since 2008, and now it's 2026. So I've been on a minimalism, frugality journey up and down for a long time, and a lot of it has gone or coincided with my income and then my influence. So income and influence are 2 things that have dictated how much money I have had. And something I've had to learn about the interior shift as far as minimalism goes is the mindset that I grew up in a family that if you had money, it just felt wrong to even have it, like in savings. So if it's there, my family was constantly thinking about, like, what can we spend this on? The paycheck to paycheck mentality, lifestyle creep for me often has to do with discomfort and savings, like being in a new class of people, like being rejected for being wealthy or for having money or being secure. I'm not really sure exactly. I haven't fully, gone to the depths of that, but safety and security is definitely part of it. But the anxiety that I get from spending all of my money needs to stop. I'm over it. I feel like the time on social media adds to my anxiety because I want to get good at YouTube creation. And I'm in the beginning stages when you will see this is maybe poor quality and not many people will watch. My attention span has been so effed for so long. I'm learning slowly. So I'm not buying books, not buying clothes, not buying decor. I am not consuming as much social media. I am giving myself an hour a day for that, but only in the evening. I'm allowed to watch long form content on YouTube, especially minimalism, frugality, getting out of the system, getting out of the rat race content. And I think you should too, but only if it fits with you. So if you like what I said, awesome. Please like and subscribe. My goal is within the next 3 to 4 years to monetize on YouTube. I am a real estate investor currently. Thank you, Lauren Teresa. Please come back. There will always be more. Okay.